Alright, so Act 4 of the Irodori Festival is now live, which is the final act, and we get, you get the full board once you're done with the quest. That's kinda nice. And you can put it in your teapot, Oh, and you get a crown as well, nice. Alright, so, the palace died black. Oh yeah, Kazuha went to go investigate regarding Kuronushi and the Raiden Gokuden and whatnot. And hopefully he will find out what, who this Kuronushi guy is, and whatnot. So yeah, so far the 5 Kazen has been represented by Venti, Xingqiu, Kazuha, and Ayaka. So who's going to represent Kuronushi in this final act? Let's find out. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and change the party to like fit my character squad here. Like the characters that are in this quest. I don't have Albedo, unfortunately, so we're gonna put in Ayato, Ayaka, Kazuha, Xingqiu. Because I do have the gut feeling that Ayato is tied to this some way, somehow. I still think he's the one dropping these poems everywhere. Alright, let's watch this finale, shall we? Hey, the squad is all here.
Ah, you're here. It appears everyone has arrived.
Everyone has arrived indeed. Alright. How did your investigation go, Kazuha?
Last night, I visited a former servant who once worked for my family.
Oh.
I was able to learn the entirety of what happened all those years ago.
Oh yeah, with your great-great-grandfather and whatnot. It's, coming back to me now.
In my great-grandfather's generation, the Ishin art was tasked with forging an important Goshinto according to an ancient forging diagram. Though all the craftsmen involved were very experienced, the process was still unsuccessful. Every blade that was forged was defective. When the deadline came, the blade still wasn't finished. So the craftsmen all fled and hid for fear of punishment.
Wow.
The Kaedehara Clan and Yashiro Commission then conducted an investigation. My great-grandfather and the head of the Kamisato clan eventually tracked down the craftsmen near the seaside. However, they met fierce resistance from the craftsmen, and in the end they were unable to prevent them from escaping by sea. The Kaedehara clan was severely punished for the swordsmiths that had escaped, and the family gradually fell into decline. Moreover, I heard that the head of the Kamisato clan was injured by the fleeing swordsmiths, which combined with his advanced age caused him to pass away shortly thereafter.
And that would be like Ayaka's great-grandfather, wouldn't it?
Yes. The sudden passing of the family head left the Kamisato clan leaderless. Treacherous people took advantage of the situation and put the family's status in the Yashiro Commission at jeopardy. This single incident had profound effects. Even after the position as head of the clan was passed to my father, the Kamisato clan still wasn't able to regain its prior reputation.
I see.
But thanks to my brother, everything is getting better now.
Yo, Ayato picking up the slack.
The failure to forge the blade was ultimately attributed to a lack of required skill and finesse. The Kaedehara clan and the Yashiro Commission always believed that was the case. However, the story of the 5 Kazen seems to imply that the failure didn't stem from a lack of skill, but rather the diagram had
they
been
were
tampered with by
sabotaged.
someone.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Miss Kamisato, I heard yesterday that the Yashiro Commission has still kept the diagram ever since the failed forging all those years ago. Might I ask you to do me a favor?
Yes, I understand. I will go back and search for the diagram. Please come meet me at the Kamisato estate later.
Ooh, the palace, dyed in black. Oh yeah, since we're going to the Kamisato estate, we gotta run into Ayato, right? I mean, this is his home, as well as his sister's home. So the Kaedehara clan, the swordsmiths were sabotaged, and then the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans were being punished for failing to capture the swordsmiths. Got it.
Everyone, I've managed to find the old diagram.
I'm gonna grab that book later, because I forgot to take that one the last time I was here.
Though the diagram is well preserved, you can still tell that it's seen at least 3 or 4 centuries of history.
Whoa, that's pretty old. Is it still possible to find any evidence of tampering?
At this point, we can only try our luck and see how we fare.
Alright, let's see this diagram. They emerged in a basin of water in a short while after. Oh, so this is the blueprint. I see.
Although the effect is not too obvious, you can still see that some words have now started to smudge. Kazuha, this is clear evidence that this chart was indeed tampered with. Someone framed the Kaedehara Clan all those years ago.
I see. But I fear that I've discovered this secret too late.
Yeah, nothing you can do about it now.
When my grandfather was young, he proposed reviving the Ishin art many times to my great-grandfather. But my grandfather was only scolded for being too foolhardy. Yesterday, the former family servant said that my great-grandfather even went to the Yashiro Commission to request that diagram from the head of the Kamisato clan. He then showed that diagram to my grandfather and asked him and his subordinates to try to forge the sword. Sure enough, my grandfather also failed. My great-grandfather then told him, if you can't find the secret within, then the Ishin art deserves to fade from the world. My grandfather left Inazuma in a rage after hearing those words. He didn't ever see my great-grandfather again, even till the day of his passing.
Ouch.
Looking back at it now, the argument between the two of them was simply meaningless.
Oh, Kazuha.
Jesus. What a
I heard that your
tragic fate.
great-grandfather was very industrious when he was young. But later in life, he no longer bothered with the forging arts. It appears that his failure took quite a toll on him.
Kazuha, did your great-grandfather really say, if you can't find the secret within? Did he use those exact words?
Yes. The servant said that he personally heard those words, and still remembers them very clearly. My grandfather was so angry at the time that he smashed my great-grandfather's cherished bonsai tree.
Wait, Albedo, are you trying to say, that the grandfather, the great secret they're talking about is that it's faked? Or
Yes,
something?
it appears that you understand my meaning. Kazuha, if your great-grandfather thought that the Ishin art lacked finesse, then after witnessing his son's failure, wouldn't he have said something more along the lines of, your skills aren't sufficient?
Wait.
But instead he said, if you can't find the secret within. Don't you find that a little strange?
Yeah, that is
Huh?
strange.
Oh, so you're saying my great-grandfather may have very well known that
Yeah.
the failure was due to someone's tampering?
Yes. The current evidence suggests that is highly likely.
I apologize, but would you all please accompany me to the Tenryou Commission? After I became a wanted criminal, the Tenryou Commission seized my family's last remaining estate, which contained all of my family's old belongings. I want to inquire about the whereabouts of those belongings. If I can find them, we might be able to get some clues.
Alright, let's get moving.
Okay. So Kazuha's great-grandfather knew that the, things were tampered to begin with. Hey, Sara!
What are you all doing here? Did something happen on Rito?
Nothing's happened, Sara. We're just here to ask about something.
Kujou Sara. Perhaps you still remember me.
Yeah, you're the wanted criminal. Quick, arrest him right now. Yeah, of course Kujou Sara remembers you.
Yes, I do. You're Kaedehara Kazuha, a wanted criminal during the Vision Hunt decree. However, your arrest warrant has since been repealed.
I dueled your friend to the death and he lost and was slain by the Raiden Shogun. I apologize for that. I think.
Sara, we'd like to ask about the Kaedehara Clan's property that was seized by the Tenryou Commission. Do you know where all their belongings are now?
Yes, the items seized at that time are currently stored in the warehouse next to the police station. Since Kaedehara has come back to Inazuma, those items should be returned to their rightful owner.
No, I'm afraid you misunderstand. I'm not here to reclaim those belongings. I just want to investigate them for a personal matter.
Damn, he doesn't even want them back.
I see. All right, I'll inform the police station. They'll take you into the warehouse.
Thank you, Sara!
Kaedehara, about the Vision Hunt decree.
Oh, is she gonna, apologize or something?
That's all in the past now, Kujou Sara. There's no need to mention it again. I know you've also had your own convictions and struggles. However, may I ask something of you?
Yes, What is it?
Currently, I have no plans to stay in Inazuma. As a result, those items from my family's estate are of no use to me.
Can you give them somebody else?
Madam Kujou, I believe you are a person of integrity. After our investigation is over, I'd like to ask if you can handle those belongings for me. Please, sell them, and use the money to help the poor.
All right, I understand. I'll be sure to take care of it.
It's kind of nice that those two don't really have resentment for each other. More that they're no longer enemies in a way. Yeah, it's interesting that way, because I don't think Kazuha is the type of person to hold a grudge. So I kind of like that. I kind of like how there's like a mutual camaraderie between these two. Despite Sara, you know, being indirectly responsible for Kazuha's friend's death.
I've already informed the police station. There'll be someone to take you into the warehouse, so you may head there directly. As for all the belongings left by the Kaedehara Clan, I will deal with them promptly.
Also, yeah, it's just nice of Kazuha to sell his items and just help the poor. Alright. Now give us those items back. To investigate, of course.
You must be here to investigate the Kaedehara Clan's belongings. Well, Madam Kujou's already informed me of the situation. Please, come this way.
Oh, we're going inside the domain. We're gonna need to fight people for that evidence.
The Kaedehara Clan's belongings are stored in this warehouse. Unfortunately, the items are scattered throughout in order to save space. My deepest apologies.
Really? They're not even organized properly?
However, I have clearly marked the corresponding items, so they shouldn't be too difficult to find. I'll be waiting for you at the door. Please, come see me if you require any assistance.
Kazuha, since the items are scattered throughout the building, I propose we split up and look for clues.
Yes, sounds like a plan. Thanks for your help, everyone.
Okay, so...
Sorry, many of the items were moved here recently, so, things are still a bit unorganized. Although the previous warehouse was large, the locks were dated and something was nearly stolen. So Madam Kujou Sara ordered the contents to be moved here.
Okay, Kazuha, have you found anything?
I'll be checking around here. You and the others can start looking elsewhere.
Ayaka, wait, oh, I have to talk to everybody, okay. I thought these were like optional conversations. Ayaka, how's it going for you?
Oh, it's you. I'm currently investigating the sword rack.
Oh, since the Kaedehara Clan was a family of renowned swordsmiths, then this blade should be super valuable, right? Maybe it's a treasure of the Ishin art!
I doubt that.
I'm afraid not. Although the sword rack is made of fine wood, the swords placed here appear to be quite ordinary.
Yeah.
Due to the dire financial situation of the late Kaedehara clan, everything of value has probably been sold off already. The blade on the sword hasn't been sharpened, but there are many signs of use on the hilt. Perhaps Kaedehara used it for training as a child.
Let Paimon see! Oh, there seems to be a couple uneven characters
Oh, wow.
to the scabbard. Kazuha. Wow, so it really was Kazuha's!
That's kind of cool. He found his training sword.
Paimon can imagine what Kazuha was like as a kid.
I will continue investigating here and call you if I find anything interesting.
Okay, so not substantial evidence, but, you know, evidence nonetheless. Xingqiu, talk to me.
What did you find, Xingqiu?
I found quite the pile of old books. These books here are all related to smelting steel, and these are about the process of forging blades. This pile over here is all about plants and flowers.
The books about plants and flowers must have belonged to Kazuha's great-grandfather.
Could there be any clues inside the book?
I skimmed through them just now, but I didn't find anything particularly worth noting. I shall take a closer look and let you know if I find anything.
Okay. Venti! Are you looking at the wine? Of course you are.
There must be some around here somewhere.
What are you looking for, Venti?
Do you see all these pots here? Some of them are bound to have liquor inside, right?
Of course, you're looking at the liquor.
Hey! Everyone else is trying hard to help, and you're over here looking for a drink!
I merely jest, of course. Come on, we're close to uncovering the truth now. Why do you look so worried?
Well, Paimon doesn't really get why Kazuha told Sara to sell all these belongings. What if we don't end up finding anything today? Then wouldn't Kazuha lose the chance of finding out what really happened all those years ago? You know, just saying.
I know you are worried about Kazuha, but if you ask me, he is stronger than you think.
Definitely. Yeah, he's definitely strong.
Since Kazuha made such a request to Sara, that indicates he's already made his choice. Whether we find out the truth or not today, or whatever it turns out to be, he's ready to accept it.
Is this your Archon's intuition speaking?
No, not intuition. Rather, I've lived for a long time now, so you could say I have some experience in reading people. Leave the things here to me. You two can look around elsewhere.
Interesting. I guess living for over, what, is Venti like, what, 600 years old? Or just more than 500, I guess that's all we know about him. Albedo, what's so interesting about this
it's
board?
you. Unfortunately, I have yet to find anything of value here.
Whoa, this folding screen
Yeah, the screen.
looks pretty old though.
Yes.
Looks pretty.
Perhaps if it were better maintained, then it could fetch a decent price. However, I doubt it could be sold in its current condition. I was taking a closer look just now and noticed a large piece of dirt caught in the fabric fibers on the back side. The soil is deeply embedded into the cloth. That means a great deal of force was used when the dirt was lodged into the cloth. It's likely that this patch of dirt is from the very flower pot thrown by Kazuha's grandfather.
Isn't that an important discovery? Why don't you think this is of any value?
Because this is not what we're looking for now.
Yeah, that's...
Let me think. If I wanted to leave a message behind, I would probably choose to leave it on something a little more special.
Albedo seems to be thinking pretty hard. We better not bother him.
Everyone, I've found something that you should all have a look at.
Oh.
Oh, seems Kazuha discovered something. Let's go see what he's got.
The, bonsai tree or whatever this is? What's on it?
This flower pot was in my house for a long time. I heard that it was left behind by my great-grandfather.
Okay.
Yeah, the plants seem to have been dead for a while now.
Well, after my great-grandfather stopped studying the forging arts, he picked up the hobby of keeping bonsai plants. Most of his prized plants were given to others once he became seriously ill. But he specifically left behind this dead plant at the time.
Oh.
And even instructed my grandfather not to throw it away in his will. My grandfather deeply regretted that he never managed to reconcile with my great-grandfather, so he left the plant exactly as it was. But now that I think about it, my great-grandfather could very well have left it behind for other reasons.
Now that you mention it, this flower pot is kinda suspicious.
Yes. Let's take a closer look, shall we?
They find a hidden compartment at the bottom of the flower pot.
We finally found something! It's only a bunch of blank paper.
Oh, put the paper in water.
Do you think someone already discovered the compartment and swapped the contents?
No, I do not think that is the case here.
Yep.
See the paper? It's quite yellowed, which means it's very old.
Maybe we need to try using water again. Yep.
You mean to say that these sheets have been written with special ink, like that which Miss Kamisato found before?
Yep.
Yes, I agree with this hypothesis.
Okay, let's give it a dunk then.
There is a pond outside the police station. I'll use the water there.
Okay, so we found something. You go with Kazuha to the pond outside the police station. What's it gonna say?
Well, how did it go? Those weren't just plain old sheets of paper, were they?
Just as everyone guessed, after I sprinkled some water onto the paper, writing did indeed begin to appear on it. It is a letter, written by my great-grandfather.
Oh? What does the letter say?
Is this something you can share with us too?
It is. I'll tell you what my great-grandfather knew at the time, but before that, I wish to take you somewhere.
Oh?
Everyone, please follow me.
Okay. Why do we need to go somewhere for you to tell us the story? The seaside? Yeah, he probably doesn't want anybody else to hear about this.
Kaedehara, why did you lead us to this beach?
Is this place related to the content of the letter?
It is. In fact, my great-grandfather and the head of the Kamisato clan tracked the fleeing swordsmiths to this very location. Our hypothesis was correct. My great-grandfather was well aware of the truth behind the defective blades. And it was right here where they encountered the culprit who framed the Kaedehara Clan and the Raiden Gokaden.
Who's the culprit?
It reads, "To whoever reads this letter, I, Kaedehara Yoshinori, have been held to a certain secret throughout my entire life. I don't have much longer in this world, and after much consideration, I finally decided to disclose the matter. All those years ago, when I was pursuing the swordsmiths alongside Commissioner Kamisato of the Yashiro Commission,
Whoa.
I was not injured by one of the
Whoa!
fleeing
Oh, this is
smiths.
cool.
Rather,
I was wondering why the shadows were like glitching out like crazy, but no, this is intentional. Oh, this is a flashback. This is cool.
It was night, and after the clues led us down to shore, I waited for the culprits to show themselves. However, there were no swordsmiths in sight, only a single eccentric stranger. This stranger claimed to be the one behind the failed forges
Wait.
and said that he had been patiently waiting
Scaramouche?
for us. He then threatened to destroy the Raiden Gokaden.
Wait, what? Scaramouche? The stranger claimed to be the one behind the failed forgings and said that he had been patiently waiting for us. He then threatened to destroy the Raiden Gokaden. What?
That person was of able body, and in a blink of an eye,
Oh, shit.
myself and the accompanying samurai had been defeated.
What? Scaramouche is the one who toppled? Oh, wow.
Commissioner Kamisato was severely wounded, and I barely escaped death myself. My hat had fortunately blunted a blow to my head. The unusual stranger could have easily claimed my life at that moment. But, after noticing my appearance, he stopped his attacks and sternly asked if I had any connection with the name Niwa.
What? Oh, we're getting Scaramouche lore in this event? Holy crap.
I answered that it was my father's surname, and after my father disappeared, I was adopted by the Kaedehara family. Upon hearing my answer, the stranger paused. After a long silence, he suddenly said, "Tell her this. My name is Kunikuzushi." He then turned and left.
My name is Kunikuzushi. Oh. Oh, crap. I did not realize the Balladeer would be tied with this event.
Wow. So that's what really happened.
yes. My great-grandfather and the head of the Kamisato clan escaped from death and learned that the forging diagram had been tampered with by Kunikuzushi. However, due to the encounter, the head of the Kamisato clan was worried that my great-grandfather would be falsely accused of being involved with the perpetrator. So even on his deathbed, the master of the Kamisato clan cautioned my great-grandfather to never speak of what happened, because the perpetrator said he would destroy the Raiden Gokaden.
Yeah.
My great-grandfather worried that the perpetrator would still return for vengeance. So, to protect his loved ones, he closed the family business.
Wait. Okay, what I don't understand is why does Scaramouche want to destroy the Raiden Gokaden, the school? Why do you do all this? And what's his connection with this Niwa person or whatever?
He said, "As the leader of the Kaedehara clan, I am deeply ashamed to witness the decline of the Ishin art. But as a father, it is my priority to ensure the safety of my children and grandchildren."
So all those harsh words he said were because he was worried about his son's well-being.
Yes, that's right. If my grandpa had somehow discovered the secret behind the tampered diagram all those years ago, perhaps my great-grandfather would have told him the truth. Unfortunately, he failed to catch any of the hints in my great-grandfather's words. Miss Kamisato, it appears you were unaware of the happenings that my great-grandfather described here. What are your thoughts?
I suppose the reason the head of the Kamisato house never spoke of this to the family was due to similar safety concerns. If the perpetrator was capable of tampering with even the Shogun's diagrams,
Yeah.
and could single-handedly defeat many men, then he is not an ordinary enemy.
Dude, he can tamper with the Shogun's diagrams because yeah, Scaramouche is a failed clone, a failed puppet of the Raiden Shogun. That's right. So he could easily get access to the Shogun's diagrams.
I will discuss this matter with Brother shortly, and investigate the identity behind the one called Kunikuzushi. Rest assured, we will act cautiously.
How are you feeling, Kazuha?
To be honest, as I read the letter, I felt much turbulence in my heart. But now I've managed to calm myself.
Jeez, that's some heavy lore. So Scaramouche ruined Kazuha's clan, pretty much, and almost ruined the Kamisato clan.
My great-grandfather said in the letter that he did not wish his descendants to blindly seek revenge and be deceived by things of the past. Though he was in a tight situation when he wrote these words, I feel like they are still valid nonetheless. I think what's most important for each person is not the past, but the present. Even though we must carry the burdens from the past, there are also things we wish to strive for. Therefore, knowing the truth behind what happened is enough for me. I will live on just as my great-grandfather had hoped. That being said, if the enemy from all those years ago is still lurking and plotting to stir up more trouble, then I definitely won't turn a blind eye.
That's Kazuha, always sensible. Classic Kazuha, optimistic as always.
These are simply insights I've gathered from all that I've experienced. Thank you all for accompanying me in my search for the truth behind that incident.
Great! Now that we're done here, let's head back to Rito.
That's right. Oh, and the name Kunikuzushi. That's right. The 5 colors true form. Return to Rito. Okay. But before we do that, I've known of this name for quite a while now, but I didn't know what it was. So if you go to the voiceovers of both Yai and Shogun, here, about Kunikuzushi.
I thought it was a disaster waiting to happen at the time, but she insisted that she wasn't going to lift a finger against the object of her own creation.
Yeah.
Had I known how things would unfold, I would have simply disposed of it without her knowing. What about now? Well, we're no longer waiting for the disaster to happen, are we?
So it's now confirmed that Kunikuzushi is referring to Scaramouche. And Shogun also has a line about him. And yeah, Scaramouche is a failed, puppet of the Shogun.
He came about as a byproduct of creating the Shogun. Perhaps it's because I feel like I owe him something, but I do not wish to assert control over him.
And then, Scaramouche went in, he was pretty much left alone, for a while, and, was never cared for, but, the Shogun did not want to, kill him or anything like that, so she let Scaramouche kind of roam the world freely until he stumbled into the Fatui and joined them. Interesting. And he wanted to know about this Niwa person, whoever this was, and then also wanted to end the Raiden Gokuden. So many clues. The Irodori Festival goes into a full festive swing and your work's going well.
Today is the final stage of the Irodori Festival. Not only will there be Xingqiu's signing event, but Albedo's painting of Kuronushi will also be unveiled.
Oh yeah.
Let's take a stroll through the festival venue. Maybe we'll find everyone there.
Well, it's just Albedo here. It's gonna be a Scaramouche in this, isn't it? Albedo's portrait of Kuronushi. The portrait has been covered up by a piece of cloth. It seems like you only know what it is during the unveiling ceremony itself. Wait, that's right. The ceremony begins today, and then on the arrival schedule thing, the day following the release event, ships and guests, small passenger ship, 2 persons. So 2 people are gonna be arriving after today? Oh wait, no, I think that's probably referring to the Kokomi and Goro event. But we'll see. We'll see. Alrighty, this is getting exciting. Albedo, hey.
The festival's always attractive.
Hello, traveler. Paimon?
Albedo, why is the portrait of Kuronushi all covered up? Paimon wants to see what your Kuronushi portrait looks like.
Because you'll recognize who the Kuronushi portrayed here is.
Don't worry. The unveiling ceremony will be starting shortly. You'll see what it looks like then. I will say that I'm most satisfied with this particular work. I even made a special trip to see someone in order to complete it.
Special trip? What?
They gave me some very valuable suggestions.
Things are starting to sound pretty mysterious. Sounds pretty sus if you ask me.
Is that so? Anyway, there is still time before the ceremony. You may have a look around the venue first.
Alright. Go look for your friends on site.
You should have a look around the venue first. Today will likely be the busiest day of the Irodori festival.
Alright, we gotta find Venti, Ayaka, Kazuha, Xingqiu, wherever they are. And of course Venti and Yai? Whoa! Hey! What are you two doing here?
If you're tired from walking all
Well,
around
hello everyone.
Hey, what are you two doing together? Don't think we didn't see you two chatting up a storm just now. The moment we came over, you stopped talking.
I would never... Yeah, these two, like, would probably know each other, right? Because Venti knows Shogun, and of course, you know, Yai is very close to Shogun. I mean, and whatnot.
Is that so? I'm afraid you're just overthinking things.
What were you two talking about?
We were merely discussing wine and food. I'm sure you two wouldn't be interested.
Sure.
Speaking of good sides with sake, I personally prefer fried tofu.
Forget it. Even if those two are plotting something, they'd still never let us know.
Wow. Miko and Venti are drinking and chatting in a corner. The empty bottles are starting to pile up at an alarming rate, but it seems they've been discussing the best sides to go with sake this whole time. What? So you're telling me these two aren't even gonna... Wow. I thought they would, like, talk about something important and whatnot. Oh well. Hey, Xingqiu's book signing.
Traveler, Paimon, it's a pleasure to see you.
Did today's signing go as planned?
Indeed it did. Thanks to you, the signing event went off without a hitch. And I must say, the readers seem most satisfied.
Shito, is that just Paimon, or are you on the lookout for something?
You aren't mistaken.
Oh?
Though I'm ashamed to admit it. But in fact, I have been on the watch for tourists from Liyue.
Oh.
After all, I came to Inazuma under the pretext of evaluating a potential investment. If an acquaintance were to see me sitting here, then there would be no way to hide the truth from my father.
Oh, so you're hoping nobody from Liyue shows up.
Fortunately, the crowds of readers that came flocking over have kept the usual tourists at bay. Oh, I should mention, Shu is also unaware of the real purpose of my trip.
Yep.
If you happen to meet him, please, remember to keep it a secret.
Don't worry, we've got you covered.
Then, please accept my thanks in advance. I'm sorry that I can't chat long. There are still readers waiting in line. I'll see you later at the unveiling ceremony for Kuronushi's portrait.
Okay, yeah, Kuronushi's portrait's definitely gonna be based off Scaramouche. Definitely. Oh hey, Ayaka and Ayato! Hey! We finally get to see you two interact with each other. What's up? Brother and sister.
Greetings, traveler.
Hey! Oh, we still don't know who was dropping all those poems everywhere.
Oh, Ayato! We finally get to see the busiest person of all.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's probably not Ayato himself, but it's probably one of the Shumatsuban that he commanded to drop those poems everywhere. I'm going with that theory. I might be mistaken here in a minute, but who knows.
Yes, there were many things which required my attention these past few days. Fortunately, the Irodori festival is proceeding smoothly. The Tri-Commission cooperated closely to prepare this festival, so at long last, I can take a break today.
Brother and I are very grateful for your help.
Thoma sure is taking his sweet time.
Oh, you're waiting for Thoma?
Yes. Today is one of the rare occasions when Brother isn't busy.
True.
I was going to buy some books, but he said he wanted to come along. His treat. However, he forgot his wallet at home, so he asked Thoma to go back and fetch it for him.
Wow.
Paimon didn't think Ayato could ever be forgetful like that.
Brother always works diligently, and it's rare for him to ever put his duties to the side and relax. So, Thoma and I really cherish such moments when he's forgetful.
Oh, that's kind of nice. The two people talk about various things regarding the Irodori festival while they wait for Thoma. You can hear snatches of their conversation. Brother, even if Thoma is here, you cannot simply forget to bring your purse. Okay, and then last but not least, Kazuha. Are you here with Beidou or something? Ah, Beidou's not here. Oh well. I'm guessing Beidou would have recognized Xingqiu in a second if she saw him.
Kazuha, what are you doing here? Why aren't you at the festival?
Yeah, why are you at the docks? Don't tell me you're leaving now.
I came here to take in the sea breeze. Such a bustling atmosphere is never really to my liking.
Are you really alright, Kazuha?
I knew you were still worried about me. Thank you. But please, don't worry. The things I said in front of everyone weren't just pretty-sounding excuses. Look. See this familiar harbor in front of us? Before, you could sit here all day without seeing a single ship pass through. Instead, all you would see were soldiers from the Kanjo Commission, guarding against possible intruders. But now, it's become a bustling place. Not only are foreigners coming to Inazuma again, but traffic between here and Watatsumi Island has also been picking up.
Oh,
yeah.
Watatsumi Island.
Inazuma has already started to change, huh?
I was thinking, in some ways, each and every one of us are similar to this country. It might take a different amount of time for different people, but there will inevitably come a day when each person can let go of their burdens. And when they finally let go, they are free to follow the wind as they please.
Yep. Alright, so I talked to everybody.
It's time for the portrait's unveiling ceremony. Let's head over to the 5 Kasen Plaza.
Alright, let's see this Kuronushi poster. Okay. Whoa, the lighting changed all of a sudden.
Everyone, welcome to the magnificent Irodori Festival. Today, we have ushered in the final stage of our festival.
Alright, reveal the poster.
And now we will reveal the final portrait of the 5 Kasen, Kuronushi, which was done by none other than our guest artist from Mondstadt, Calx.
Paimon has no idea what Albedo's portrait looks like. Oh, this is so nerve-wracking.
Oh goodness, it's gotta be Scaramouche, right?
Let's all count down together. 3, 2, 1.
Reveal it!
Huh?
What?
What's this? This piece depicts nothing but a background.
Oh, so it's nothing?
I suppose Calx must have forgotten to include the character.
Oh, wait, Albedo, did you do something sneaky? Do we need, like, splash water on it or something?
Let's hear some words from Calx himself regarding the creative process behind this piece.
Hello, everyone. First, I would like to say that it was an honor to be invited to create the portraits of the 5 Kasen. The 5 Kasen are legendary figures from ancient Inazuma, famous for their works of poetry. As time passed, poems were composed about them, and they became the subjects of many stories.
Oh, I'm guessing it's blank because Kuronushi didn't have any stories. He was pretty much unknown, an invisible figure, which is why there's nobody here.
I learned from existing
that's what I'm
sources
guessing.
about those stories that the character of Kuronushi is the deepest and most differing of the 5 Kasen.
Yep.
Moreover, Kuronushi lacks a dedicated chapter
Yeah.
among the stories. It's as if he is a behind-the-scenes role of the 5 Kasen. Perhaps we can assume that every creator had a different understanding of Kuronushi. So, in the same way, I also wanted to leave this character to everyone's own imagination. After all, the Irodori Festival is a place for everyone to express their minds through creative works.
Yep, that's Albedo for ya. His super logical explanation is sure to win everyone's approval. Well, it seems that our adventures at the Irodori Festival have come to a close.
Wait, are you sure? Wait, aren't you forgetting something, Paimon?
Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, right!
Yeah.
We still haven't figured out who left those stories of the 5 Kasen for us to find.
But I have an inkling of who it might be.
Really? Come on then, who is it? Tell Paimon!
First, it's someone that knows every one of us.
Well, that makes sense. Otherwise, there'd be no way to give the right paper to the right person every time.
Also, they're connected to the Kaedehara Clan.
Right. Even though they they were using stories to hint us toward Xingqiu's troubles,
Yeah.
the real goal was to lead us to solve the secrets of the Kaedehara Clan.
Oh, so that's what the so that's their purpose. They wanted to lead us to the Kaedehara Clan mystery. Okay, I just got that just now. Okay, I'm not the brightest around here.
Paimon gets it now. Well, at least Paimon thinks she knows. Let's go. We'll get to the bottom of this.
It's gotta be Ayato, right? Look for that person.
Yes, in fact, before doing the portrait of Kuronushi, I visited the person who left those stories and confirmed a few things.
So you actually met the one dropping the poems.
I think my current approach to this portrait is the most correct one. After all, there are some things that are better left obscure and out of the public eye.
Oh, Yai's here. Wait, was Yai the one? Oh, Ayato's also here. Hang on, if I splash water on this thing... Oh wait, no, let's look at it first. Albedo's portrait of Kuronushi. There's no sign of personage here. Only a backdrop adorns this image. Albedo said that he wanted to leave this to everyone's imaginations. Perhaps you, too, have some clear idea of what this person might have looked like. Yep. I'm just gonna go around asking, like, talking to everybody. I'm very sure it's Ayato that was dropping the poems. Or Yai. So I'm gonna talk to everybody here first.
Oh, are you asking about the one who left the stories of the 5 Kasen? I do happen to know their true identity, but things may be a little more complicated than you think.
Oh? Damn, so everybody knows here except for me. What about you, Xingqiu?
Discussing the person who left the 5 Kasen stories? They are indeed a meticulous person who's good at reading the situation.
I feel like yeah, it's Ayato, and he's commanding Shumatsuban to drop the poems.
The person who left behind the stories of the 5 Kasen probably chose to do so for Kaedehara's sake. After all, if they wanted to simply tell me what happened, there'd be far easier ways of doing it.
And Kazuha himself's over here.
To be honest, I am very grateful to the one who left those stories for us to find. This journey allowed me to uncover the truth behind my family. And I am also very fortunate to have you to accompany me and find the answers.
Alright, just to be sure, there's nobody else around here, right? Except for the crew and Yai and Ayato around here for some reason. Alright, so I'll talk to Yai first and Ayato last.
The one who left the stories of the 5 Kasen?
Yep.
I'm afraid you guessed wrong, Paimon.
Yeah, I talked to Yai
wasn't
Miko.
me.
I talked to Yai because I had the feeling it wasn't her, it was Ayato.
Huh? Really? Oh, Paimon thought for sure you'd be the sneaky and tricky one.
Yep, you're wrong, Paimon.
But seeing as you stumbled upon me, you aren't far from finding that person now. Because other than me,
Yep.
there's only one person left.
Yep, he's right over here. Hey!
Ayato! You're the one behind the stories of the
I knew it! I knew it!
Don't you think you overdid it a little? Leading all your friends on a wild hunt like that?
Well, he's not the type of person to just straight up tell us, after all. And also, he's way too busy during the festival to just sit down and explain the story to us.
As it just so happens, one of the reasons I'm here today is to explain the details behind this wild hunt.
Huh. Paimon wants to see how you'll explain yourself out of this one.
Look at Lumine, and she's also mad.
First of all, the start of this whole incident was due to mere happenstance. You see, Lady Yai happened to catch sight of Xingqiu and the editor carrying the books away one night. She thought it was interesting, so she asked me to tease them a bit.
She asked you to tease them?
Huh? So it was Miko after all! Paimon knew it! This thing had Miko written all over it!
That's right. But using the story of the 5 Kasen to guide you to the Kaedehara family's secrets
that one was
my
your
personal
you're
touch.
doing.
As for my roundabout approach, well, that was something which I had no choice but to do.
You had no choice?
Yes. Due to a certain incident that occurred earlier, I happened to notice the bonsai plants left behind by Kaedehara Yoshinori, as well as the blank papers hidden inside.
Oh.
I knew there was more than meets the eye regarding those papers, but it took me some time to figure out the secret behind the ink, the kind that would only appear when exposed to water. What Kaedehara Yoshinori said in the letter is very important for both the Kamisato clan and the descendants of the Kaedehara Clan, especially Kazuha.
Hmm.
The Kaedehara Clan used to be subordinates of the Kamisato Clan.
Oh.
It was my ancestors who were unable to protect them all those years ago. So now, this obligation fell on my shoulders. Although he has the right to know the truth, the closer he draws to things hidden out of sight, the closer he also draws to danger. I had to confirm whether Kazuha has both the will and ability to be privy to the truth. Of course, I could outright tell him the truth that I had discovered. But maybe he doesn't have the will that's required. In that case, the truth would only become a burden to him. If he lacks the ability, then he wouldn't be able to find the truth in the first place. In which case, it would be better to keep him away from danger altogether.
Yeah, this was all a test for Kazuha. Interesting.
Kaedehara Yoshinori left his message in a roundabout way precisely for this reason.
Yep.
For a long time, I yearned for a suitable opportunity to convey this matter. Right up until the night when a legend of sword was smuggled away.
Oh, Paimon gets it now.
But then why was everyone else involved too? Yeah. Why'd you have to get Xingqiu involved? Why did you have to get Albedo and Ayaka involved?
Yeah, it wasn't only Kazuha. You brought all of the rest of us into this plan of yours.
Yeah.
I figured you would ask this question eventually. I merely saw that this matter would be of value to you. And more importantly, I hoped that while Kazuha and Ayaka were looking for the answers together, they would have some reliable friends by their side. Reliable friends who would be willing to protect them and make measured decisions. Friends who would spare no effort to lend a helping hand in times of trouble. Because it is also very likely that you will face the same enemy together in the future.
Oh. Who is Kunikuzushi? You know him as the Balladeer.
You already know the answer deep down inside, don't you?
Uh-huh.
The answer is actually hidden in the portrait of Kuronushi. When there is no one else near the portrait, you can confirm with your own eyes. As for the means of revealing that answer, well, you have used it many times before.
I knew it. You have to wet the thing. Apply Hydra on it. Wait for night, and wait for these guys to go away. I knew there had something to be more... Yeah, there's more to do with that picture than just being nothing.
It's getting pretty late, so nobody else is around now. So Ayato must have been telling us to splash water on the portrait, right?
Alright.
It's the Balladeer!
Yep.
So he was the one behind the trouble all those years ago!
Indeed he was.
When there is no one else near the portrait, you can confirm with your own eyes. As for the means of revealing that answer, well, you have used it many times before.
Okay, why are we flashing back to this?
Also, there's one last thing that we must discuss.
Oh, there's more.
I mentioned earlier that the occurrence of a certain incident made me notice the bonsai plants. I wish to tell you of that incident now. It was just after the Shogun announced the abolition of the Sakoku decree.
Okay.
I heard that something had happened at the Tenryou Commission.
This is after the Vision Decree ended. Okay.
They had discovered signs that someone had entered the warehouse storing the Commission's articles of evidence and confiscated items. But nothing was stolen.
This was... okay, so this was Scaramouche breaking into the warehouse.
I felt something unusual about that incident. So I told Kujou Sara of the Tenryou Commission to treat it as if nothing happened. She was not to increase the guard or relocate the warehouse contents. In the meantime, I sent a member of the Shumatsuban to keep watch over the warehouse.
Right.
And sure enough, someone was sneaking in and rummaging through the belongings of the Kaedehara Clan.
You mean, he was also looking for...
Yep, he was also looking for those papers.
I let him search for a while, but in the end, he found nothing. Soon after, he had to leave Inazuma by boat.
Why didn't you send someone to catch him?
The best way to protect a secret is to treat it as if it doesn't exist, is it not? Besides, the identity of this person is not hard to guess.
Yep.
After he left Inazuma, I carefully checked the Kaedehara clan's belongings one by one, and eventually discovered the papers in the hidden compartment of the flower pot. I am certain that the papers are the secret which the infiltrator sought to find, though he couldn't confirm whether this secret existed at all. So, now on to my final question. Which part of Kaedehara Yoshinori's experiences was the secret that needed to be protected?
That Kaede Yoshinori knew that the family was framed. That Kaede Yoshinori knew that the culprit was named Kunikuzushi. That Kaedehara Yoshinori was spared by his opponent? Which was the secret that needed to be protected? Oh yeah, this one, because that's why he hid the papers and like written it with the ink and whatnot. Right?
I don't have an answer to this question at present, so I'll leave it to your future self. As for now, please, enjoy yourselves at the Irodori Festival.
The palace dyed in black. Ah, and that's the end. Wow. Scaramouche. The final person on the portrait. Wow. And he's used to representing Kuronushi, the traitor, the one who betrayed the rest of them, pretty much. Wow. And there you have it, folks. The full portrait. Wow, I was not expecting this event to like reveal Scaramouche lore. Hang on. Oh, and you actually get the full thing as a portrait. Oh, that's cool. If you use Hydra on the thing, yeah, Scaramouche will actually appear again. But then if you like go away, oh yeah, and then it disappears after a while. That's cool. Let me examine it while Scaramouche is still up. This is Albedo's portrait of Kuronushi. He used a special ink here to depict Kunikuzushi, a secret that was only revealed when the canvas's surface touched water. The way Ayato puts it, it seems that the person who tried to fervently search for the secret was a Fatui spy. Oh, but who would want to hide Kunikuzushi's past? And what effect might the secret have on your own destiny? Ooh, that's good. That's really good. That is very, very interesting. Wow. I did not expect this event to tie in with Scaramouche. I thought the game kind of just forgot about him after the Inazuma Archon quest. But no, he, wow. Hang on, let me check out that furnishing, real quick. Because I would love to put that in the teapot once the maintenance is over. Here it is. There we go. Yeah, with all 5 portraits. And then I'm guessing if you splash this last one with water, Scaramouche will appear once again. Damn! This was a really good event. And I knew that Ayato had to be the one dropping all these poems everywhere. And indirectly leading us to the truth. So Scaramouche sent a Fatui agent to look into the Kaedehara Clan's confiscated goods. I was trying to like destroy the secret of Scaramouche's past, but they couldn't find anything. So then they left and then yeah, departed Inazuma. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Still don't know what this all means though. Like why? Who's this Niwa person that Scaramouche knew? And why did he go through all the trouble to try and destroy the Raiden Gokuden to collapse Kazuha's clan and the Kamisato clan and whatnot? There's so many things I don't know, but I want to know about them in the future. Holy crap. This was such a good finale to the quest. And yeah, it's mind-boggling. I'm definitely gonna have to like replay this again on my alt account to try and get the full story. Yeah, that was a really, really interesting quest. We learned about the Kaedehara Clan, the Kamisato Clan, and Scaramouche, and how they're all connected and whatnot. And how they are somewhat similar to the tale of the 5 Kasen. That's really, really interesting. But man, yeah, that was a lot of lore to digest. But anyways, guys, that about does it for the finale of the Irodori Festival. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed this story quest as much as I did. I know I certainly did. It was certainly so lore-packed. I can't wait to like rewatch like the cutscenes and whatnot and try and piece together the lore even more. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what are your thoughts on the Irodori Festival as a whole, in the story quest that is. Let me know what are your theories, or like let me know in the comments down below if I missed anything. And subscribe today if you want to see some more videos from me. I of course will be doing this Irodori Antidotes quest, this last one here, as well as finishing up the mini-games of the Clash of the Lone Blades, Flow Courtyard, all of these. Well, pretty much just Theater Mechanicus and the Clash of the Lone Blades, because I feel like those two are the only ones worth showing. And of course, The Scaramouche one does not have any event tied to it. I, of course, will also be playing future events, as well as covering some future Genshin content, like me crowning Ayato to see how good he is at max potential. So if you want to catch those videos from me, subscribe today so you don't miss them. I've also streamed this event live on Twitch, so go ahead and follow me on Twitch if you want to catch some of my streams live. Yeah, I stream Genshin most of the time, usually during when events are out and whatnot. So go ahead and follow me on Twitch if you want to see some of those content from me. And with all that said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.